Hey guys, I'm Megan Marie, and this week I'm featuring on The Real Deals. This week's topic was insecurity. Everybody's videos were great, by the way. I watched them all. And I think this is a great topic because personally I have a lot of insecurities, way more than anybody probably should have. But I thought I'd talk about just like the base of all my insecurities and why I am so insecure, because I'm actually insecure about the thing that makes me so insecure. So I have really severe anxiety. I was diagnosed about 2 years ago. I tried therapy. That didn't work for me. I just hated it, and I tried medications, and most of them just made me really suicidal. So I would just stop taking them even though the doctor was like, oh, if you just keep taking them, that'll go away. I didn't want to sit there and have to try really hard not to just go kill myself every day. I didn't think that was a good way to be living. I would rather just deal with my anxiety. My anxiety is so bad though that it affects pretty much every aspect of my life. It affects the way I talk, it affects the way I eat, it affects the way I walk, it affects the way I breathe even. I will sit there and I will be walking down the hall at school, and all of a sudden I'll think, what if I'm walking funny? What if I'm breathing really loudly? And I'll just like stop for a second and I have to think about how to walk, how to breathe, to make sure that I don't look weird or anything. It really sucks, but it's just something I've learned how to deal with a lot better over time. Another thing it affects is like my relationships with people. I'm talking about like family, friends, and also like dating wise relationships. I think my anxiety affects friendships the most because I think, why is this person friends with me? You know, why would they want to be? Why are they still here? Why do they still talk to me? And eventually, a lot of times, I'll just kind of stop replying to them and stop hanging out with them until eventually we're no longer friends. And it's just because I feel like I'm not good enough to be friends with them. That's it. I just let it all stop because I feel like I'm not good enough for them. In relationships, I get a lot of anxiety about that. I think, why is this person dating me? Why do they think I'm good enough for them? Do they actually still like me? I need constant reassurance. Like, do they actually still think I'm attractive? Why are they dating me? Are they just dating me to use me? It's just constant, and I need so much reassurance. My anxiety also affects my school performance. I generally get really good grades, but around like report card time, I get really anxious, and if like this past semester I made a B and I freaked out. I was on the verge of crying all day. I had a panic attack in class and it was just really bad. I worry so much about school, and I'm like, well, if my grades aren't good, then that means I'm not good. And I shouldn't think like that. Nobody should think like that, because really, you know, a lot of times the school just isn't for everyone. Some people are going to be better at things that school cannot teach you, that school cannot help you with, and that's okay. And you shouldn't worry about, oh, if I cannot do well in school no matter how hard I try, I'm going to be a failure in life, because that is not true. You just have to work hard at something else. So another thing I am super insecure about is my looks. I have a really bad baby face that has not gone away ever. I get acne. Of course, right before I record, I would get this huge fucking pimple. Just my luck. I feel like I have chubby arms, so I don't ever wear tank tops. I have this really big, weird birthmark on the side of my right knee, and I hate it, and I will not wear shorts if at all possible unless I'm around my house where only my family will see me, because I hate it so much and I think it makes me look weird and look like a freak. So I have plenty of physical insecurities. I'm not going to go on about them because I would literally list every little thing in my body probably. So we're just going to stop there with those. I didn't talk about why I am very insecure about my anxiety. I just talked about why it makes me insecure. My anxiety, like, itself, I am insecure about because I feel like if I tell people, they're going to think there's something wrong with me, they're going to think I am a freak, they are going to think that I'm going to do something bad or weird, or I'm gonna sit there and I just feel like people are gonna think I'm a freak and not want to talk to me or be my friend or whatever anymore just because of my anxiety. I quite literally have anxiety about my anxiety. That is how bad it is. Now, I don't know if I said this already, but my anxiety does affect every aspect of my life. It can cause me to ruin friendships, it can cause me to end relationships, it can cause me to just be a person that I'm not. And when you get to know me, I am not a quiet person, but when you first know me, I'm a very quiet, awkward person. I will not say anything. If I do, I will immediately look away because I feel like I have said something wrong. I will not smile because I hate my smile. I will not wear whatever. I will make sure I look perfect because I do not want someone to think badly of me. I just am not the person I am when I get to know someone very well. When I get to know someone very well, I am very carefree. I am loud. You cannot get me to shut up. I will talk to you about the things I love, and I will love to listen to you talk about things that you love. And I am always here for someone to talk about their problems, whether they're a good friend or not. But the problem is, if you're not a good friend, I'm not gonna know what advice to give you, and I'm probably just gonna say, I don't know, look it up on the internet or something like that, and I come off as rude, unfriendly, uncaring, and I do not mean to, but the fact of the matter is I cannot help it because I feel like I'm gonna fuck up this person's life if I try to give them advice, and then they're going to hate me, or just I'm going to say something that bothers this person and they are going to hate me, or I'm gonna dress ugly one day, or I'm not gonna look my best one day, and they're going to hate me. So getting to know me versus knowing me very well, I am two very different people, and I am very sorry to everyone who has had to deal with that, because I know that is probably a big pain in the ass, because personally, I would not deal with myself. I would deal with people like me. If I was not myself, I would not deal with myself, even though I understand the struggles of people like me, and I am always there for them. Makes no sense. I can't stand myself. I can stand anybody else. I don't even know, man. But also, I can overcome my anxiety. It's really hard, but I've learned a lot of techniques for calming down when I get anxiety or panic attacks. I've learned a lot about, hey, I have to remind myself, and I've gotten better about it, like, hey, it's gonna be okay, this person's not gonna hate you. Hey, it's okay, this person's probably busy, that's probably why they're not responding, they probably don't hate you. Just a lot of stuff like that. You just have to learn how to keep yourself calm, keep yourself, remind yourself, hey, everything's okay, it's alright, nobody hates you, nobody has a problem with you. It's all in your head. You have to remind yourself that it is all in your own head, and you have to overcome that, and you have to say, look, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. You have to sit there and you have to self-improve every chance you get, and it's really hard because you think, well, how do I do this? I don't even know the first thing. But eventually you will get to a point where you won't have a problem. Just, you're gonna get anxious at times, but you're gonna be like, hey, wait, this is okay, everything is okay, I have not done anything wrong, and nobody's looking at me, judging me, nobody is thinking that there's something wrong with me. And you'll slowly learn to open up more to people and be like, hey, look, I have this really bad anxiety. It might cause me to be weird or whatever, but just know that no matter what, I am still here for you, and you'll just learn to reassure yourself as well as other people. And it's really hard, but I know you can do it. Everyone can do it. As long as you work at it every chance you get, eventually you can overcome any insecurity, any anxiety problem. You can overcome depression, you can overcome anything as long as you work at it. And it is really, really hard, but anyone can do it as long as they work and focus and care about getting over whatever it is. So I love you guys so much. My name is Megan Marie, if you missed that the first time. I am pretty awkward and boring, and I tend to ramble a lot like I did in this video, but you should check out my videos anyways because you might like me. If you haven't watched everybody else's videos on this channel yet, you should go watch them. They're amazing. I watched them all. Everybody did a great job this week, just opening up and being honest and vulnerable about themselves. I know that's really hard. It was really hard for me. I just kind of rambled and it was probably really boring, and I am sorry for everybody who watched it. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and just remember, you can do anything if you work hard at it, and you can overcome any insecurity. It's all in your head. It really is, as much as you think it's not. It really is. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Bye guys.